This is Win News.
Tonight, floodwater causes highway traffic chaos and major delays near Bathurst. The SES kept busy with weather emergencies near Orange. And landholders downstream of Burrendong warned to expect flooding. Good evening, I'm Jeff Phillips. Heavy rainfall overnight and today has closed a number of major roads and triggered a significant rise in the Macquarie River. In Bathurst, the Hereford Street low-level bridge was closed late today and traffic was delayed for an hour on the Great Western Highway as water from Raglan Creek surged over the roadway.
Early this morning, Bathurst Council closed the road between Bathurst and Perthville following a very sharp rise in the Vale and Georges Plains creeks. Parts of Perthville Village and Georges Plains were underwater by mid-morning.
We've evacuated some people from Georges Plains this morning into Bathurst, into the evacuation centre, and the SES crews, assisted by local RFS volunteers in Perthville and Georges Plains, are up sandbagging a number of houses in that area in anticipation of further rain this afternoon or further rises in the Vale Creek.
Some people took their chances along the Vale Road, the creek only metres from the road running a torrent and adjoining farmland absolutely sodden. The Great Western Highway between Bathurst and Kelso was partially blocked as Raglan Creek broke its banks. Workers monitoring the situation, continually adjusting the traffic markers indicating rising water levels. Westbound traffic was held up for at least an hour, cars backed up for kilometres. The Learmonth Park sporting fields next to Raglan Creek were underwater. And the Macquarie River is running a banker. Landholders urged to move livestock, stock feed and pumps to higher ground. An indication of pending floods here at Bathurst is the height at the George Street low-level bridge. As you can see behind me, it's already lapping at the bridge. Further rain is predicted. Mid-afternoon, the low-level bridge was closed to traffic as the river continued to rise.
There's water over the road in some places, and we ask motorists to avoid the area unless it's absolutely necessary that they live there. And if the locals are driving through, please take care with the road conditions because there's a lot of water lying by the side of the roads.
But the SES has not been confined to flood watch.
Across the Central West overnight we've had a few leaking roofs and a few tree jobs we've responded to. We've had a call to a rock slide on the KPT on the Castlereagh Highway. We've assisted the police at that. It's been a mixed bag overnight, but obviously the focus has been on the rain and the flooding.
Peter Freestone, Win News.
Orange hasn't escaped the downpour either, with SES crews responding to fallen trees, rising rivers and creeks and road closures right across the city. The SES is preparing for another busy night ahead.
SES crews were kept busy today responding to calls for assistance from as early as 4 in the morning. The majority of crews attended to fallen trees across roads, brought down by gusts of wind and rain-soaked ground, unable to sustain the weight of large trees. This house on Giles Road, just south of Orange, copped the full brunt of the unseasonal weather last night when 2 tall gum trees collapsed on the roof.
Thankfully it's parked the tree on the tractor and the house, which may have saved the house from a bit of damage. There is quite a bit of structural damage to the side of the house here. So just taking the tree off now, which will be the long and hard process of it, and then we'll tarp the roof up.
SES crews were also keeping a close eye on roads affected by rising floodwaters, with many road closures in place around the city. Bulgus Road downstream of Suma Park was completely cut, as was crossings on the Ophir Road, with floodwater reaching the height of paddock fences.
The second crossing at Ophir is completely closed. They've closed that just near Banjo Patterson Way. It's about half a metre underwater at the moment, and it's fairly widespread. The fourth crossing has been reported to be under. I didn't actually make it out that far. It's about a metre under, according to reports, which means that the third crossing is pretty much suffering that as well.
In the 24 hours to 9 a.m. this morning, 62 millimetres of rain has fallen in Orange. So far, floodwater is not threatening homes, but with more rain expected over the next few days, SES crews won't be able to rest yet. Council crews will once again have their work cut out for them over the next few weeks, fixing weather-damaged roads. Police are urging all drivers to take extra care while travelling in the foggy, wet conditions. Kira Ballinger, Win News.
This week's rain has added to huge rainfall tallies as spring came to a close. Orange has notched 430 millimetres of rain over the last 3 months, almost double the average spring rainfall. Tom Saunders joins us now from the Weather Channel, and Orange is heading for its wettest year in decades, Tom.
Jeff, before this rain even started, Orange had already picked up more than 1,200 millimetres of rain so far this year. Now, with another 100 millimetres plus likely over the next 7 days, it looks like 2010 will go down as the wettest year since 1973 for Orange.
Further west, the week's heavy rain has delivered a sudden boost in water levels at Burrendong Dam. There's so much water coming into the dam, State Water is warning nearby landholders downstream to prepare for minor flooding.
Compared to the tiny volumes that flowed in the Macquarie during the drought, it's hard to fathom just how much water is now coming into Burrendong. Overnight, 80,000 megalitres flowed in. By tonight, another 75,000 megas expected, both from the Bathurst end of the Macquarie River and the rain-drenched Mudgee end of the Cudgegong. The dam's capacity numbers set for a serious workout.
So it can go well beyond 100%. It was 108% yesterday. That rose to 116% this morning with the heavy inflows. We're anticipating it could hit 120% this afternoon or tomorrow.
State Water is facing a delicate juggling act in the coming days between saving water and letting it go. The agency flew in its special response team to Dubbo today. There'll be extra releases of water from Burrendong in the coming days to make sure there's enough space in the reservoir to prevent the damage of a major flood.
The sound dam management dictates that we need to have space in that dam to accommodate those inflows, and that will mean increasing releases without contributing too much to the already high flows within the Macquarie River.
While around a dozen landholders close to the dam wall will be the first to notice once the release begins, districts around Narromine and Gilgandra are already feeling the impact of minor flooding. Roads are cut in low-lying areas and causeways. Around 13 roads around Dubbo have been closed because of flooding. The SES warning drivers to take extreme caution before they cross any low-lying roads.
The water at the moment is running a lot faster and a lot deeper than previously has done, and we are seeing some significant rainfalls around, and so those creeks and rivers can come up very quickly.
Alan Reader, WIN News.